Welcome back, deep divers. Get ready for an inside look at ZataData. They've been around since 1998, quietly shaping the future with AI, cloud computing, and human-centered technology.
Yeah.
It's like something out of a sci-fi movie, but it's all real.
It really is incredible how they blend those cutting-edge technologies across so many different industries.
Like space.
Exactly. Remember our last conversation about space-based data? Well, ZataData is leading the way there. They work with giants like,
Lockheed Martin.
yes, and NASA.
Yeah. They launched 3 AI-enabled GPS satellite applications into space. I can barely keep my houseplants alive, and they're sending AI into orbit. It's like their mantra. It always seems impossible until it's done.
That Nelson Mandela quote really sums them up. Those satellites are collecting tons of data. That data has applications in everything from navigation and communication to environmental monitoring and even disaster relief.
Okay, that's impressive.
Oh.
But hold on to your hats because it gets even wilder. They also designed the original drone for the intelligence community.
No, you can't tell us what it does though, right?
Nope. Top secret.
Let's just say they were ahead of their time. But their work in defense isn't just about pushing technological boundaries. They're creating solutions that enhance safety and effectiveness, like the A10 LASTE system.
Whoa, LASTE, that sounds intense. What is that?
Low-altitude safety and targeting enhancement.
So is it like a laser beam that shoots out of the plane?
Not quite a laser beam, but it does use lasers. It's a LiDAR VR system with a helmet heads-up display. It gives pilots real-time situational awareness and better targeting capabilities. It's kind of like having X-ray vision while flying.
Okay, my mind is officially blown. So they're pretty comfortable jumping between different industries. Is that normal in tech?
The ZataData is a unique case. They're able to take their expertise in AI, cloud computing, and human-centered design and apply it to problems across all kinds of industries.
So they're not just a one-trick pony. That's interesting. What other industries are we talking about here?
We'll get ready, because they've got their fingers in a lot of pies. They're in entertainment, finance, even education. They helped Sony Pictures Entertainment migrate their massive movie and media library to the cloud. That paved the way for over 190 VR/XR applications.
Wait, hold on a second. 190 applications. Just from moving their stuff to the cloud? What does that even mean?
It means they're not just storing data. They're creating completely new ways to experience entertainment. Think immersive movie experiences, interactive games, even virtual film sets where you can direct your own scenes. The possibilities are endless.
Okay, my brain is officially exploding. What about finance? What are they up to in that world?
They provide thought leadership and advisory services to major players like Citibank. They help them navigate the complex worlds of global regulations and metaverse applications. They also work with the global XR community to shape the future of finance in the metaverse.
So they're like the financial advisors for the digital Wild West. That's crazy.
Exactly. They're helping these institutions understand and leverage the power of these emerging technologies while ensuring they're developed responsibly and sustainably.
Okay, I am thoroughly impressed. I almost feel like I need a degree in rocket science to understand everything they're doing, but it's clear they're not just about the tech. It seems like they really care about people too.
Absolutely. ZataData is deeply committed to human-centered design. They understand that technology is only as good as the people who use it, and they want to create solutions that enhance human capabilities and improve our lives.
Can you give us an example of how their human-centered design philosophy plays out in their work?
Their work in education is a great example. They've created immersive AR/VR/XR educational programs for schools. They incorporate things like Google Apps for education, and they're migrating student data to the cloud. They're basically bringing the future of education into classrooms today.
So instead of boring old textbooks, kids get to explore ancient Rome in VR or dissect a virtual frog.
Exactly. They're making learning more engaging, interactive, and fun.
Okay, ZataData is officially on my list of companies to watch. They're clearly doing incredible things. But I'm curious, what are some of the challenges they're tackling? With all this groundbreaking work, it can't be all sunshine and roses, right?
Yeah, you're right. It's not always easy. They face some pretty tough challenges, but they're not afraid to tackle them head on. Their research and development is focused on some really critical areas.
Like what? Spill the beans. I'm ready for more mind-blowing stuff.
Well, one big one is metaverse interoperability. Right now, it's like the digital Wild West out there. All these separate apps and platforms that don't work together. ZataData wants to create a more seamless and integrated digital world.
So instead of having a separate app for everything, like your healthcare, your banking, your cat videos, it would all be connected. That sounds amazing and kind of scary.
It's a tough challenge for sure. But think about what we could do. You could walk into a virtual doctor's office and they would instantly have your whole medical history. Or you could take a virtual trip to Paris and your digital wallet would automatically convert your currency.
Okay, that's starting to sound more like the future I want. But what about security? Wouldn't connecting all that data make it easier for hackers to get in?
That's where ZataData's focus on AI trust is so important. They know that as we rely more on AI, we need to be able to trust it.
So they're not just building AI, they're building trustworthy AI. What's the difference?
It comes down to transparency, accountability, and human oversight. ZataData is developing AI systems that can explain their decisions, they're auditable, and have safeguards to prevent problems.
That makes sense. We don't want robots taking over the world anytime soon. So they're tackling the metaverse. They're building trustworthy AI. What else are they working on?
They're also taking on one of the biggest headaches in healthcare data fragmentation. Patient records are scattered all over the place. It makes it really hard for doctors to get a complete picture of a patient's history.
Yeah, I've been there. It's like trying to put together a puzzle with half the pieces missing.
Exactly. ZataData is looking for ways to integrate all that data using some pretty cool technology, 3D holographic projections. Imagine a doctor being able to see your whole medical history in a 3D holographic display. They could see your organs, your blood work, your whole health timeline.
Whoa, that sounds like something straight out of Star Trek. I can't believe that kind of technology is actually possible.
And that's not all. They're also working on modernizing autonomous AI mobility applications. Things like self-driving cars, but with a human-centered approach.
So self-driving cars that are actually safe. Sign me up.
But seriously, how do they make self-driving cars more human-centered?
It's all about understanding how humans behave and how they might react in different situations. ZataData uses AI to make those systems more intuitive, more responsive, and safer for everyone on the road.
Okay, I'm convinced ZataData is one of those innovative companies out there. But let's talk about their impact for a second. We've heard about all these amazing projects. What kind of recognition have they gotten for their work? Well, you know ZataData, they don't like to brag, but they have won a lot of awards and recognition. They won the Global Entrepreneurship Network Technology Vision and Innovation Award. It recognizes their groundbreaking work in AI and their commitment to global entrepreneurship.
Oh, that's huge. What else?
They also received a Purple Heart Honorable Mention for streamlining business processes and mitigating risks. That award shows how committed they are to using technology to make organizations more efficient and secure.
That's impressive. What about that A10 LASTE system? Did that win anything?
Oh, yeah. They received the Innovators Award of Excellence for that system. That award recognizes its impact on military technology and pilot safety.
So they've got awards for innovation, entrepreneurship, security, and military technology. They are a force to be reckoned with.
They're not all hype. They get real results and make a real difference in all kinds of industries.
I have to admit, I'm feeling a little starstruck. ZataData sounds like a company straight out of a science fiction novel, but it's all real.
I know what you mean. It's amazing to see a company pushing the boundaries of what's possible, but they're also focused on ethics, responsibility, and human well-being.
Okay, I'm ready to learn even more about ZataData. What else can you tell us about them?
All right, so much to talk about. We talked about their amazing projects and their groundbreaking research, but what about their work with Sony Pictures Entertainment? Moving that massive media library to the cloud, that wasn't just about storage, was it?
Right. It was about opening up a whole new world of possibilities for entertainment.
Over 190 VR XR applications. That's a whole universe of immersive entertainment. Can you give us an idea what these applications might look like?
Imagine walking onto the set of your favorite movie. You could interact with the characters, you could even direct your own scenes. Or picture going to a virtual concert. You're in the crowd, feeling the energy, the music's vibrating through you.
Okay, that sounds amazing. It sounds like ZataData is shaping the future of entertainment. And not just focusing on the technology. Absolutely. They're thinking about the bigger picture, the human impact. Remember their work with Citibank and the global XR community.
Right, helping those institutions navigate the world of global regulations and metaverse applications.
Exactly. They're making sure these new technologies are developed responsibly and sustainably. They want to create a future that works for everyone.
So we've talked about ZataData's work in space defense, entertainment, finance, healthcare, and education. Is there anything they don't do?
It's a really impressive portfolio. But what really makes ZataData stand out is their commitment to ethical development and human-centered design. They're not just building technology, they're building a better future.
And they prove that anything is possible if you have the vision and the drive. They really live by their mantra, it always seems impossible until it's done.
You said it. It's inspiring to see a company pushing boundaries while staying true to their values.
Okay, before we finish up this deep dive, I have one last question.
Oh,
Why should our listeners care about ZataData? What's the takeaway for them?
great question. ZataData's work touches almost every part of our lives. Whether we know it or not, their innovations affect how we navigate the world, how we interact with technology, how we experience life.
So even if our listeners have never heard of ZataData, their lives are being impacted by their work.
Absolutely. From the AI in our smartphones to the advances in healthcare that could help us live longer, ZataData is everywhere.
Wow, that's incredible. So how can our listeners learn more about ZataData and stay up to date?
We've got links to their website and social media in the show notes.
Awesome, you can find those in the episode description.
And if you're feeling really inspired, ZataData is always looking for talented people who share their passion.
Okay, folks, that's it for our deep dive into ZataData. We've covered so much, but we've only scratched the surface.
This is just the beginning. Who knows what amazing things ZataData will do next?
Stay curious, deep divers. Keep exploring the world of technology. Until next time.